Welcome to Body Bags. I'm your Friday reviewer, Chris from ChrisB Movies. You know my name is Chris, and you know I love B-movies. Now this is a special week, shot glass horror week here at Body Bags, which means we had to pick a film that had no sequels, no remakes, and you know where we're going with this one. So I decided to go with a really fun one. I don't own a copy of this one, but I saw this one on Shudder, and I knew I had to watch this one. I know it Blu-ray release just came out as well from Wild Eye, Visual Vengeance company. And it's called The Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell from 1995. Many people look at it as the Japanese Evil Dead, as it's a lot like the Evil Dead, but by no means does it have any connection to the Evil Dead films. It's a film that strives for low-budget perfection on its own, and written and directed by Shinichi Fukazawa, which means I have to watch more of this guy's films. This film is batshit crazy, I'm gonna say. So basically it starts off with this woman who's very mad at her husband because she thinks he's cheating on her. And so she has a knife and she's going after him with a knife, trying to kill him. But instead, the roles reverse and she gets killed by him. Now, many years later, we meet Shinji, who's just this workout freak. You know, he likes to work out. You know, he's all about bench pressing and lifting weights and stuff. He hooks up with an ex-girlfriend of his, who's a photojournalist who is doing an investigation on haunted houses. And so Shinji, after being called by her, says, well, you know, my father owned this house, and many people say it might be haunted, so if you want to check it out. So, so they decide to go to the house and check it out, do a little investigation of the house, and they bring a psychic with them. And Shinji says that, you know, he just wants, you know, to revamp the house, put some weights in there, and make it like a little workout area for him. By no means does he want to live there. So, upon investigation of the house, I mean, the house is relatively very creepy. And when they come in, the psychic summons the spirits to see what spirits are inhabiting the house. And that was the worst thing you could ever have done. Because, let me tell you something, and I'm not going to ruin anything else for you, but from there it just goes batshit nuts. It really is pretty close, if not outdoes, the insanity of the first Evil Dead film. I'll just say that in order for them, because when they go in the house, they end up getting locked in after the spirit gets summoned, and there's only one way they can get out of the house. And when you find out what it is, it's like, how the hell are they ever going to get out of this freaking house? I don't want to ruin it for you, because this is a film you have to go in without really knowing nothing about it. Like, I knew that this was referred to as Japanese Evil Dead, but I never saw any trailers of it, and didn't really hear too much about the film, other than, you know, people on their site saying, hey, I bought this film from Visual Vengeance, Wild Eye releasing. So, like, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I'm so glad I didn't know a whole lot getting into this film, because, oh my god, there were some laugh-out-loud moments. You'll see when you see it, because there were scenes that are over-the-top ridiculous, and Shinichi Fukazawa, who plays the lead role of Kenji, he is like a Japanese version of Bruce Campbell, with his facial expressions. The effects in this film are outrageous. They're so much fun. It just looked like they were having a ball making this movie. But, the expressions on Shinji's face were, like, priceless, and a lot like Bruce Campbell from the Evil Dead films. Oh my god, there are some scenes where bodies just get destroyed and then revamped back, and, like, they're all contorted. Like, I'll say one thing. A head, like, was detached from a person's body. And, part of the hand gets stuck under the head, so the hand's walking with a head, and it's just like attacking people. Oh my god, I dropped on the floor dying laughing. So, I think you know that the spirit that was inhabited, that was living in the house, was the spirit of the woman who died in the beginning. Okay, I'll just tell you that much. But there's a lot I should not tell you because this movie, it goes batshit crazy. It starts out pretty normal and then just goes insane. Totally insane. Lots of gore, lots of guts. Everything you want from a good Wild Eye releasing film. Visual Vengeance, I'm going to check out more of their stuff. And I'm actually going to buy this film from the Visual Vengeance Wild Eye releasing site. Because this is a film I have to have in my collection. It is cheesy, it's low budget, it's gory, it's Japanese fun, man. The acting, I thought the acting was pretty decent for a low budget film. But there were some scenes where the character would go after the monster and say, "Hey, groovy." So the dialogue was hysterical, and it pretty much is a horror comedy. So much fun. Only an hour and 2 minutes, which I thought was odd. But I'm telling you something, the movie, once it gets going, it goes at a breakneck speed, and it's like, you don't want to ever get off this ride, because it's so much fun. There are things that go unexplained, that it's like, what? But you really have to suspend your disbelief by watching this one. It is loads of fun. I'm going to put this one on the cheeseometer, 10 being the best cheese I've ever seen, 1 being the absolute worst. I give it a 9.5. You got to watch this film. Even if you love The Evil Dead and weren't too keen on a remake of it, watch this one. You'll be totally impressed. It brings death, destruction, and bodybuilding. It gives it a whole new different name. Let me tell you something. This is a film you need to watch. Buy this one. If you have Shudder, watch it on Shudder to decipher if you want to buy it or not. But trust me, this is a film that never welcomes a stay. You wish it would go on a lot longer because it's so fun. I laughed so loud. I dropped to the floor so many times laughing. Kind of like I did when I first saw Evil Dead 1 and 2. And Army of Darkness. But I'm just saying, 9.5. And honestly, tomorrow I could give it a 10. That's how great this movie is. Bloody muscle bodybuilder in hell. You gotta watch this one. Check it out. I'm telling you, you will not go wrong. If you're a movie connoisseur who loves everything from Citizen Kane to Fellini films, Criterion nut, and is a real true cinephile, you probably won't like this film. But if you're a real cinephile, you will. Yeah, because I like all those films, man. I like Citizen Kane. I like all those Wizard of Oz, Gone with the Wind. I love all those films, man. But I also love Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell. And so will you if you take the time to watch it. It's only an hour or 2 of your life. Come on, man. You'll get it back, right? Definitely check it out. And check me out next week because I'm going to bring something fun to the table. Something rather interesting. And loads of fun, if not quite disgusting. You know, that's kind of what I do. Check out all the other reviewers. They all do a bang-up job. They love movies just like we do, and they review them because, hell, man, they love what they do. I love what I do. And if you're to review, you love what you do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've told people synopsis of movies before. You know, you've done it. Yeah, why not? And don't forget to press like if you like. Comment below. Tell me if you've seen this film. Or any other film that's quite similar to it. Don't forget to watch those late night horror movies. Read up on your latest Fright Max. Don't forget to tune in to another episode of a show we call Body Bags. And I'll see ya next week. Alright guys, let's lift some iron. Ugh, I'm ready. Ugh, I gotta go now.